The next speaker is the co-founder of PsyDoc and has arranged previous year's Oslo PsychSciences. So thanks to her, we have this wonderful evening. She will give her second talk at PsychScience, but now with a PhD in cognitive neuroscience. Today, Athanasia will present research from a large-scale international study mapping the brain and mental health across the lifespan. Please give a round of applause to Athanasia Mowinckel.
Hi, hallo. Funker det? Yeah, okay. The brain. In your brain, everything that makes you you is stored. All your experiences, all your memories, all your voluntary and involuntary actions, they're all steered by the brain. It's enabled us to create a complex society with many technological wonders, one of which also enables us to study the brain. Magnetic resonance imaging uses large magnets, and it makes it possible for us to unravel some of the brain's many mysteries. And studying the brain might also help us tackle one of the large issues we have today. We are growing ever older. And as we are growing older, our society needs to handle an ever larger elder population. It's not unheard of in history that people age beyond their 90s, but they were the exception and not the rule. As modern medicine helps us grow old, we are for the first time really experiencing what it means to actually become old. But there are numerous diseases that are related to the aging brain. Loss of memory and motor control, problems with language and attention, all of these issues accompany old age. But how can we distinguish between normal aging and pathology? Most treatment for aging-related diseases start when symptoms occur. And they don't reverse the effects, they just delay them. And the older we get, the less able our brain is to repair itself. So maybe we should target how to prevent the changes from happening. What about these super-agers? People with memories intact, intellects sharp. What are they doing right and the rest of us doing wrong? Or is it something they're doing at all? Or are we all just predetermined to age a specific way? Our genes not only set the basis for how we start out in life, they also set the basis for how we react to our environment. And we are both the product of our genes and our environment. And our environment is much more than just exposure to toxins or polluted air. It's also the culture and the society we are a part of. And all these things nudge us to different life choices that actually impact how we age. And our DNA is not static. It changes subtly throughout your life. And understanding how our DNA and how changes in our DNA affect our aging brain is imperative if we want to influence how we age. And through all the possible DNA combinations, environmental influences, and anything you can think about, we likely need to find ways to give people individual advice on how to handle their aging brain. All the choices we make through our life accumulate when we are older. And when the damage is done, it's hard to do anything about it. So how do we influence it? We should target prevention as early as we can. And why don't we give people advice about how early life factors influence their brain health? Well, we don't really know too much about what happens in the womb, or during birth, or right after birth, and how that affects how you age. or how your early years influence how you age. Why don't we know that? We don't know that because most of the research we do, we collect different people in different age groups, and we compare the age groups to each other. But what we're studying then is generational effects, not effects of aging. It's the effect of growing up in different times. What we need to do is study people over longer periods of time and compare their aging trajectories to each other. And this way, we can start to tease apart who's aging in a good way, maintaining their mental faculties, and who's declining rapidly and why. And at the Center for Lifespan Changes for Brain and Cognition, where I work, this is a key feature of our studies. We study people over long periods of time to understand their lifespan trajectories. But if we want to look at genetic and societal influences, we have to look further than Norway. We need a lot of genetic variation, and we need societal variation to be able to say anything about it. And we need to study many people over longer periods of time and in many different countries. And with all this, I need MRI to say something about how the brain ages. And there are really only a handful of projects that have followed many people over many years and have collected MRI data. But they're geographically located within countries. And in a collaboration between 8 European countries, of which 7 are sharing data, we have started our large EU consortium of neuroimaging data, where we have data from over 5,000 people across these 7 countries, not only with MRI, but also genetics, demographics, socioeconomics, you name it. And the objective of this LifeBrain project is to identify the determinants of brain, cognitive, and mental health at different stages of life. And hopefully, we can answer some key questions about brain health and aging. Thank you.